Every World Cup sees a new set of records for. As of now, the vast majority in Qatar are still whole, but there are a few that have been broken. Was it a record number of scoreless games that characterised the group stage? Does Kylian Mbappe have a chance to break any World Cup scoring records this year? As a result, we've compiled a list of the top 5 records that have been set and broken throughout the course of the competition. Hello and welcome to Goalside. In today's video, we'll talk about the top 5 records that have been broken in Qatar World Cup 2022. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications. So without wasting any time, let's dive right into the video. 5. Essential to have around Mr. Luka Modric. Croatian captain Luka Modric made history in the opening game of the 2018 FIFA World Cup as he became the first player in the sport's history to play in the European Championship and the FIFA World Cup in 3 different decades. In 2014, Luka Modric made his first appearance of the 2010s, in 2014 and again in 2018, he made 2 more appearances of the decade, and in 2022, he made his first appearance of the 2020s. In 2006, Modric made his millennial debut. In 2018, he made his first appearance in that decade. Goal machine Olivier Giroud, number 4. French forward Olivier Giroud scored 2 fantastic goals in France's opening encounter against Australia at the FIFA World Cup 2022 in Qatar, tying Thierry Henry for the record of top goalscorer in French history. The 36-year-old player has scored 51 goals thus far in his career, making him France's all-time leading goalscorer. Incredibly amazing Saudi Arabia match. It was in the opening game of the 22 FIFA World Cup in Qatar when Saudi Arabia became the first Asian team to score more than 1 goal against Argentina. The competition was hosted by Qatar. Furthermore, Saudi Arabia ended Argentina's unbeaten run at international competitions after 36 games. Furthermore, not since Cameroon in 1990 had a team from outside of Europe been victorious over Argentina. Second, Uruguay's defense is unbreakable. After giving up a goal in their opening 1-1 draw with South Korea at the FIFA World Cup 22, Uruguay had gone over 450 minutes without allowing another. It's telling that Wayne Rooney scored the only goal scored against Uruguay in the group stage of the 2014 tournament. Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo had to make an appearance on this list of competition records, and he did so once again in 2022 when his first penalty kick made him the first male player to score in 5 consecutive World Cup tournaments. The superstar's first penalty kick in 2022 propelled CR7 to the top of the list, making him the only male player to score in 5 consecutive World Cup tournaments. In what ways are the 2022 World Cup breaking records set at prior tournaments? Whenever analysing football records, it's important to do it at 3 different granularities: tournament, individual, and team. Since Qatar controversially won the bid for the World Cup, the phrase legacy has grown in use there. This is because every host nation for the World Cup strives to have the best tournament ever. In this most unusual of competitions, where better to start than with the records that have already been broken? This will be the first World Cup with female officials. For the first time ever, the World Cup will be held in that part of the world. The first World Cup host nation to lose its opening match. As hosts, they became the first side in tournament history to go winless. Private records and docs. In his 5 World Cup appearances, Cristiano Ronaldo has scored at every one. The only male player to get an assist at each of the last 5 World Cups is Lionel Messi. It is a World Cup record when Lionel Messi, at the age of 31, became the oldest player to score and the youngest player to assist in the same game. 35 years, 155 days, and 18 years, 357 days. Lionel Messi holds the record for the most World Cup Player of the Match awards, 8. Manuel Neuer has made more World Cup appearances than any goalkeeper before him, 19. Before becoming 24 years old, Kylian Mbappe became the youngest player in World Cup history to score 8 and then 9 goals. With the most goals among French players, Olivier Giroud takes the cake. In a World Cup game, Jamal Musiala dribbled the ball more times than any other teenager, 12 times versus Costa Rica. In a World Cup game, substitute Leandro Paredes has completed the most passes of any player, 77. Rouzbeh Cheshmi scored the most recent game-winning goal in regular time period World Cup match, 97 minutes 56 seconds versus Wales. Stephanie Frappart made history as the first female World Cup referee. Documentation of the group's past performances. Brazil has made history by being the first side to appear in all 22 World Cups. Brazil has played in the most World Cup games, 109. They have the longest active unbeaten streak in the group stage, 17 matches. Belgium has the longest winning streak of any team in the group stage, 8 matches. England now holds the record for the most scoreless draws in World Cup history with 5. Argentina made history by lining up a starting lineup with 4 players aged 34 or older, the oldest starting lineup in World Cup history. Versus Saudi Arabia, Nicolas Otamendi, Angel Di Maria, Alejandro Gomez, Lionel Messi. Spain made history at the World Cup by becoming the first team to attempt 1,000 passes in a match, 1,034 versus Costa Rica. It's a record that Japan won a World Cup match with the fewest number of possession ever, 17.7% versus Spain. First team to ever miss 2 penalty kicks against the same opponent at a World Cup. Ghana made history with their performance in this tournament, versus Uruguay, Asamoah Gyan in 2010 and Andre Ayew in 2022. Some significant records that could have been broken. Perhaps the most prestigious of these records is the one for the most World Cup appearances. Lothar Matthäus, the current holder of that accolade, made a total of 25 appearances between 1982 and 1998. These years span 25 different seasons. This year, Lionel Messi is the only active player with a realistic possibility of matching or exceeding the German legend's record-setting performance. The 7-time Ballon d'Or winner played in an amazing 23 World Cup games. The odds of anyone breaking Miroslav Klose's record of 16 World Cup goals at this year's tournament were very low. Thomas Müller was the only player still in the tournament who's within striking distance of 10 goals. But with Germany out of the tournament after the group stage, his chances of hitting that mark are now slim to none. The fact that Mbappe is the closest player to Messi in scoring is remarkable. Even if Klose has to score 8 more goals in this competition over the course of no more than 3 more games, he's currently pretty assured. 7 goals have been scored in 4 different tournaments, making it the record for most goals scored in a group stage. Although 4 games in the first round of group play ended in a 0-0 draw, it's surprising to see that this record has not been broken. Conversely, if all 32 teams at the 22 World Cup scored, it would have created a new record for most goals scored at a World Cup. There were a total of 171 goals scored between 98 and 2014 for an average of 2.67 goals per game. Comment below with your opinion on the 22 World Cup in Qatar breaking all previous records. Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon with the next video. Thank you so much for watching.